Hey everyone, I picked up our Transformers figure. I decided to get this one because it wasn't too expensive and the size is about the same as the Gundam model kit, and it will go next to the Eva as well, so just to have one of the iconic characters from a particular series. So I'm not getting any more Transformers. This is like the only one. Just like I only have the two most famous Gundams. I have like a single Ultraman and Baltan. Would I get Megatron? I guess maybe if I see a good Megatron at this scale that's more similar to the classic one, then maybe. Very interesting packaging, I guess, very colorful and stuff. And yeah, I've already opened this one just to give it a quick check. So interesting thing about this is with the paperless style that they're going. So you got the cardboard box and you got a cardboard tray. Warnings and stuff, paper instructions on how to transform the thing, because if you never got to transform, obviously you need instructions, and it is mostly clear. I did look at it a few times and kind of guess what it meant, so but it's okay after you fiddle around with it for a while. It should be okay to transform. I think kids might have a longer or harder time to deal with it, but otherwise it should be okay. They might ask for their parents for help. Yeah, kind of cool. Backing card, but obviously there's holes in it, so there's not much you can do with it. But the most interesting thing about this plasticless packaging, which I think does work, is that it has these paper ties. They're just wrapped paper. The downside is you're obviously not going to put this back in the package because you can't. It's got a hole in it, and unless you tie it back up, which is a pain, you're not really going to do that. But for a toy for kids and not collecting figures, they're just playing with them. They're going to get it out, mess around, probably lose a few pieces, break something. Yeah, the packaging is whatever. One last note about the plasticless packaging is that on the top part you have 1, 2, and 3 plastic tapes on it, so it's not exactly plasticless. For a box like this, are you really afraid of people stealing the figure? Just one tape is probably enough. Okay, so for the figure itself, the molding detail is actually quite nice. You got all these little gears and technical stuff. I saw a slightly larger scale Optimus, and he had some other accessories, but he had none of this detail in there. Everything looked a bit more rounder and smoother. It's crazy like how much mileage they can get with one character. And for the same price, you could get the YOLO Park model kits. Name's kind of funny. For the same price, but you usually got to build that. But the downside with that model kit is, while it looks amazing for what you get, and it's pre-painted to an extent, you cannot transform it. So I was like, and the pose, and so I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. If I'm just going to get one Optimus, I don't want to be able to transform him into a truck or something. So, but for what we get here, this one is okay. No head rotation though, that's really annoying. But yeah, detailing, the gray there, it's obviously meant to be metallic. They have printed the logos and the red and the blue, those are okay. And transparent plastic there is kind of nice too. I am considering repainting this, so I'm thinking like, what would I do there instead of just transparent blue glass? Do I just paint the inside silvers and let it be? Because these panels are actually quite easy to pop off. In fact, I saw a lot of these missing one of these panels in the box. They're just in the box somewhere, but obviously with a window like this, they can fall out. So when you buy one of these, be careful that these panels are not missing. But yeah, like how am I going to paint the inside? Like, suggestions maybe? So yeah, detailing on this is pretty good. It doesn't need to hide too much of the transformation parts because it's a robot. It looks like a robot. It's fine. The only accessory it comes with is this blaster. Fair enough. It's a very minimalistic Transformer, Optimus, whatever. As is in his current articulation, he's got like up, down here, rotating here, knee joint, foot joint, rotating here, up, down, elbow, hand is on a ball peg actually, so but it doesn't really go up and down too much. It's just for you for the transformation purposes. I guess he could do that, be like, yeah, technically this is not another joint, but it's for the transformation purposes, but it does mean he can sit down, be like, relaxed. So, which same for the legs actually. You can do a lot more of his foot there because of the transformation. And if you want to count these wheels as articulation, I guess they are. Like I said, there's no head rotation on this, which is really annoying. I just noticed it's got transparent blue plastic there for the lights to shine through. I mean, yeah, if you put a phone light there, you need a really strong light to see anything out of it, but whatever. Because I guess you can look down a bit just because of his transformation. I see no reason why they couldn't stick a peg in there, so I'm thinking like, what if I pop the head off because it's a blue plastic with silver painting plus transparent plastic. So in theory, I should be able to pop this off, maybe unscrew it or something, and drill a hole through it and stick a Lego Technic pin in there, and then you should be able to rotate this head or stick a ball joint in there. So that's maybe something I'll do as well when I paint some of this plastic. And the plastic actually feels very paintable. It gives me the feeling at the same time of plastic that you might see on a Bandai model kit. So that's kind of cool. So let's transform. So he's going to put the gun down. Now the transformation is a little bit messy. It took me a little bit longer to look at the instruction and be like, hey, what's going on? Because there's a lot of fiddly bits, but there's also these little tabs that actually don't really get in the way, but they're just sounded there. But, so you put this up, there's a wheel there, goes over, that's where the gun would go back in, like so. Head's supposed to go inside and over like that. The body will supposed to turn around here. Okay, and this goes up. Hands go in like that. See, like this whole thing is still like a little bit messy to me. Like I'm I'm an adult and I'm like, I already did this once and yet I'm still like looking at this, trying to figure it out. The tabs do help like me kind of remember like, oh yeah, I can kind of do this or do that. And so I just get things back into their tabs, hide some of these rowboat joints. One of the problems with the transformation, there's all these double joints that kind of get in the way when you're trying to rotate them, and they get kind of stuck, but there you go. So there he is in truck mode, rolls along fine. It actually looks pretty decent. Most of the things are hidden quite well, and again, I'm looking at this like I want to repaint all the silver bits like that to match everything. Maybe put a little black wash on some of it, so give it a dirty look. But otherwise, so just repaint all the silver and this will look amazing. I think some of the blue details inside here, I want to repaint a little bit too. And some of the details here, because of on this window glass piece, obviously it's not going to be transparent on the other side. And yeah, add some little black from the exhaust fumes and stuff. Optimus Prime is actually polluting our planet, just pretend to be a truck. Maybe. There you go, it's a decent toy. I guess I'll do a part 2 of this video like later when I do repaint it. Now I'm just going to do a reverse transformation, see how hard that is. What are these flips for? You know what, there's a transformation thing I have no idea what it's like for. Flips. So many flips. Optimus Prime should go be a gymnast or something because there's so many freaking flips everywhere. Okay, going back into robot mode is a lot faster and easier than going into truck mode, or maybe because I literally just did that. There you go. Oh, these flips are for the truck side. Yeah, so I missed these 2 steps. Oh well, but there he is back in truck mode. There's his gun. And despite not having head articulation, you can still, with all the leg articulation, you can still do pretty good dynamic pose. And you have one of those peg stand things. This one doubles up as a stand thing for him. But he stands actually really well, and he can pose really well. So for the price to pay for a kid's toy, this is actually really good, and I look forward to painting it up and making it look. And here he is, all repainted. Well, mostly. I went in with a dark metallic and a silver coloring. Redid all the silver bits and colored all the dark metallic bits. Went in with some metallic blues and reds. do those little light parts, and around the transparent pieces filled in all the gaps with also some red marker pen as well, just to so that the light doesn't shine through as easy. And with all of these extra colors painted, these red panels also painted, like wherever I saw mechanical stuff, I painted metallic on them as well. And now this toy looks, well, so much better just by adding some extra colors on him. The white I could do with a little bit of redo on the white parts, but otherwise I am quite happy with how he looks now. He looks so much better than how he did stock, I guess. And when I do transform him, I'll insert a video here, all the extra metallic bits that I painted are hidden quite well. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, guys. Take care, have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.